Hello and welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Dialogues podcast with your hosts, Nam
and Rosh.
And today we're going to be talking about the second season of Stranger Things.
Yes. As we continue our retrospective rewatch, here we are with season
Stranger
2
Things.
of Stranger Things.
Super excited about it. It is probably one of my all-time favorite shows at this point.
Yeah.
We're very much waiting in anticipation of the final season.
And agony in the final season as they release like little things of the cast and talking about like the new season and like the memories of the last 9 years.
Jesus. I mean, considering the
five
show that's
seasons and 9 years.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I mean, I get there's COVID in the middle and all of that stuff, but
and
it's a bit ridiculous.
And a writers/actor strike,
True.
but it is still a bit much.
It's a little bit ridiculous, but anyway, that's a different issue.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's jump straight into season 2. We finished season 1, so if you listen to our season 1 episode, we obviously did a whole recap of season 1. This is season 2, so we're going to jump straight into episode 1 of season 2.
Yeah.
Where do we meet the kids? Where do we meet all the main protagonists? So we have the kids camp, Will, Mike,
Dustin and
Lucas.
Yep.
We have Elle separate.
Yeah.
With Hopper.
Yep.
We have
Joyce and Jonathan
and Nancy
and Steve.
And then we have the introduction of a new character.
We have quite a few introductions of new characters. Yes. So we have Max and Billy, who are step brother and sister.
Yeah.
And we have Sean Astin playing Bob, who is amazing.
I know. So
I love the addition of Bob in this.
So we get three main new characters that are like significant, I would say. All right. So how do we meet them? We meet them in what situation?
Well, it's the year anniversary of Will's vanishing, his disappearance. He's not in a good spot. He's basically having visions and night terrors, all that. And he is basically, with the help of Joyce and Hopper and Jonathan, trying to manage it. Yeah. And, the lab has also now become sort of like a hospital.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Where there's a bunch of doctors working with him trying to figure out what is going on. And actually we have another addition.
Another addition.
We have Paul Reiser, thank you very much.
Sorry, we forgot about him.
As Dr. Sam, which is amazing because I love Paul Reiser. Like, oh my gosh.
He was also in The Boys.
He was also in The Boys, of course. He had a great year where he was in The Boys season 3 and also in Stranger Things season 4.
Yes.
And everybody's like, this is a great year for Paul Reiser. But Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, come on. Hello. Amazing.
And also Mad About You.
And also Mad About You.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Helen Hunt. Oh my gosh. What a great show.
Which is technically, they say, is a prequel to Friends.
Yes,
because Ursula
was in an episode.
She was the waitress.
Yeah, yeah. So that's an interesting little tidbit of TV history, and so that's basically where we are in that main situation. But then, of course, as we were in season 1, we have like our subplots with the boys, and Max coming into their group, and Steve and Nancy having their
relationship drama,
and Nancy and Jonathan having their
relationship drama.
And then we have Joyce and Hopper and Bob and that whole
sort of relationship drama
where Yeah, but it's not that they're adults and
Yes.
they handle that situation pretty well.
I think we start off at a really fun little spot because it gives us this sort of sense of like this false normalcy.
Yeah.
Normality, I should say, and we get to see like the kids kind of like back to normal.
Sort of. Yeah, almost.
I think isn't it Halloween?
It's about to be Halloween.
Yeah, it's about to be Halloween. They're getting ready. Ghostbusters has just come out. So a bit of like, a
little bit of 80s pop culture
80s
for
pop
us
culture
there.
in there.
So good.
And the boys dress up as Ghostbusters.
That scene when they get to school.
Oh, it's so funny.
And they're on their bikes and they're all like Venkman and like all this stuff, right? It's just so cute. But the absolute sheer terror that strikes them and then also strikes a chord at us when the bus pulls up and nobody else is in costume.
Yeah, it's so funny and so sad.
That is the most terrifying thing. Being a kid who used to love dressing up in weird things and, nobody else did.
Oh my gosh. I was never a dresser. I've never been one.
Yeah.
But I can just imagine putting in all that effort and then getting to school and then it's not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of confirms once again that they are very much the misfits of the school.
Yes.
Which, we haven't forgotten, but it's a nice little reminder.
Yeah.
But there's very much this air of secrecy, like, don't talk about things. Don't, everything's kind of like brushed aside.
Yeah.
But then we see this really interesting part. Do we see it in this? No, we see it at the end of season 1, isn't it? When Will pukes out the slug.
Yes, the slug.
Yeah, so we kind of like that comes back.
The interdimensional upside down slug.
Yeah, which basically comes to bite everyone's face off.
Yes. No, not everybody's face off, just the cats. Just Muse.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
We also have the addition of Muse this season.
But we get to see like this sort of normal, which is not really normal for them.
Yeah.
Because again, we get a very big glaring hole where Elle used to be.
Yes.
And we don't actually see her at all.
Yeah.
In the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get to see her. And like we get to see like flashbacks, but not really her.
Yeah.
In like her present iteration.
Yeah, and I guess we could talk about it in the sense of like the character dynamics are so different in season 2 compared to season 1.
Yeah.
And they just continue shifting as we go along. But I think this is like the first big shift in that because you introduce Elle in the first season and like she becomes a part of the group and everything, and then you take her away at the end and this big thing where she, basically sends the Demogorgon back and sends herself through the portal too. And then she comes out and then it's basically her and Hop establishing their relationship, but she's so far removed from the boys for pretty much the whole season.
Well, we don't see her with them until the end,
until
really.
the last episode.
So that's
it's very, it's almost like, I don't know, I watching it again, I feel less good. Like, I don't think I really have noticed it in every other rewatch because it's sort of something that happened. It was just something happened by circumstance. But watching it now to like do this retrospective, I was like, I don't know. I feel like I don't like that because she would have been so important in so many stages of what they're doing and what they're going through. Yeah. That the removal of her, the sidelining of Elle from their group just doesn't make sense to me, because I kind of understand it in the way because they're bringing Max in, but then I don't understand why
they had to remove Elle to bring Max in.
Remove Elle to do that
like I understand Elle not being there in the first episode
to make the relationship with Hopper stand out. I get it.
And I get Elle not being there in the first episode because we really don't know what happens to her until a couple episodes in. Yeah. Where we get that flashback of her coming out of, the upside down and she kind of is like, scavenging and scrounging around in the woods and kind of Hopper then finds her. Yeah. where he sort of suspects that she's there, but he's not sure. And then he finally sees her because he leaves food out for her and stuff. All of that is fine. I think that's fine. And really I think good. The kids not seeing her initially, I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah. But I think it's almost like, apart from Mike, I feel like they all kind of like forgot about her. I know.
Like, to the point where Hop kind of forgets about her too, because the whole situation, like with the hospital being locked down and everything, he never bothers to be like. I mean, he does leave the message on the radio or whatever. But she's not there because she's gone on her own
we'll talk about that
expedition. But it's also like, are you not concerned when you get back to the house where you should be like where is Elle, and just like quickly drop off at your own house? Like, what's happening here?
Exactly. But anyway, so let's go back into like the episodes. We're not doing a blow by blow of each episode.
Let's not do
but like storyline wise, so like narrative wise, we see Will in this really vulnerable situation where Joyce is like being overprotective, obviously. She's scared. Jonathan is as well, sort of, making sure
for the most part.
Yeah, he's managing, trying to manage as much as he can. I have some
things to say about that, but
I know you're not a big Jonathan fan.
No.
And that's okay. I mean, that's fine.
In this season, I'm not. Yeah. In this season, I was really like, what's happening here? Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this season was a bit shaky for him. But interestingly enough, we see Will starting to we see the after effects of what has happened to him. Clearly he's not all right. He's seeing these weird visions, and then we see him get possessed by this big, huge,
basically the mind flare.
Yeah. And Will, it becomes, this is where we cross into the exorcism region of the show.
This is where we get like full exorcist references.
Yeah, and Will is very much possessed. Like, his body is possessed. His body's been taken over. It reacts to things like heat. Yeah. He wants to be cold. He's not himself. He's really not himself. But in the meantime, before that, we sort of establish Max as a new character. Yeah. And she's very fun.
Oh, I like Max.
She's a good addition.
Max is my girl, man. Even till this day, I loved her from the very start. With her just being like, them all like watching her, like, what is she doing? Is she actually Mad Max? Is like, and then she leaves the little note, stop looking at me, losers, or something.
Yeah.
What stop following me,
losers. Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, I absolutely love her.
She's such an interesting character because she's very much that quintessential 80s tomboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sort of like aloof, and like we don't know.
Yeah, she's a skater girl.
Yeah, like who she is. Like, why is she here?
She's quite a thing. She's very sassy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we get into her backstory as well. We get to see her family and how dysfunctional it is. She's got a stepbrother, Billy, who is very awful. But we get to see why he is so awful. And then he really... I don't know how others feel about him, but he really grew on me in season 3 because he's awful.
My friends, shout out to Emma and Lydia, they acknowledge that it was bad at the start.
Oh, he's horrible,
but like really bad. But they're also just like totally in love with him.
I like Billy. The thing is, if I was to see season 2 for the first time again, like I did, I hated Billy, hated him. Yeah. But now when I watch it back, I'm like, oh, you can see the bits, of it. And oh man, Billy.
The inner workings.
Yeah. Billy is such an interesting character.
So good.
And I always say
wasted potential.
Yeah, wasted potential. Like, he could have been so much more.
Billy Hargrove.
But anyway, we'll talk about Billy in a bit. But Max, we get to see like her family and where she's coming from. And we get to really see why she's drawn to the boys. Like, it's very much like they're so close to each other. They're very similar to what she not likes. She's a bit of a misfit as well. They're a misfit. She's a new kid. Yeah. No one else seems to be interested in her.
They're so weird that she gets intrigued by them. Like,
that's a really good way of saying it. Yes.
They're so weird, and they're like following her around and like want to know about her, that she's literally like, what do you want? Like, seriously, what do you want?
Let's also add,
and so then they'll be like, okay, well, we want you to
be friends with us.
Be friends with us.
Let's also add, we have Dustin and
Lucas
have a crush on her. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we get the first crushes.
Yeah.
Right? We see Mike in season 1.
Yeah.
But we see these 2 in season 2. So that's a really interesting little, growing up bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really sweet. Will, of course, is, is in his own world.
It is our world being possessed, yeah.
But we get to see a little bit of Joyce's relationship as well. With
Sean Astin.
With Sean Astin. No, what's his name? Bob. And I really, one of the things, like, I can't remember having an opinion on it when I first watched it. Because I love Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't a big Lord of the Rings person. So my Lord of the Rings lore is I attempted to watch all 3 films in one day.
Oh, jeez.
I watched 1.5 and I gave up after that. And that was like 15 years ago. And I've never since revisited it.
Yeah. Look, it's not for everybody.
I do
what
want...
Some of my friends say those movies are not for everybody, okay? And that's all right.
Having said that, I do want to watch them.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we get Bob. And I do like Sean Astin because, some of his old stuff, I've been a fan of his.
Yeah.
So seeing him in something 80s was very nice to see.
I mean, you bring this iconic person from the 80s.
Yep.
To be in the... Like, what?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
It's so good. I mean, like, you already had that in season 1 with Lorena and her being the main draw, right? And so then... and even like Matthew Modine being Brenner, and then they just keep continuing that with Sean, and then even in season 3 we have Carrie Elvis, and it's just so good.
It's so good.
So good.
So like I really liked, and what really hit me when we were watching it this time, we see Bob and Joyce's relationship.
Yeah.
And Joyce, because she's the first season, we see her this stressed mother.
Yeah.
Who's just looking for her kid. We don't actually see her outside of that mother role.
Yeah.
We don't sort of see her like that here either, but it's nice to see her in a relationship.
Yes.
Where someone really loves her. And loves her boys. Yeah. Because her boys are her world.
Yeah. And
Bob genuinely likes the boys. And it's so funny that they make fun of him all the time. And it's but they also indulge him a bit. Because they know he's a very good-hearted man.
Yeah. And I think Jonathan does kind of have a little bit more of a... he's a bit more weary because, like...
he's older.
The night and he's like, well, he spent the night here. And, like, he's very much like, what's going on with you and him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like to think that he does see his mom being happy.
Yeah.
And
I will say one thing. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
That it wasn't a negative thing, because I was like, oh my god, he's too nice.
Yeah,
he's gonna be one of those.
Gonna flip
he's gonna flip or something. Like is he a spy? I honestly, when I was first watching it, is he a spy
for the lab?
Yeah, I literally was like, is he gonna be a spy for the lab? But of course he's not.
Yeah.
But I genuinely enjoyed that moment. But I also liked that because now we see Joyce in a relationship, we see Hopper's reaction to it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Which is great, because now we really get
Bob
to see...
the Brain. How's Bob the Brain?
Yeah, that's
so good.
There's a bit of attraction there, definitely. There's a little bit of jealousy.
Good. It's so good. It's
Bob,
so good.
Bob likes
But I really
Joyce.
love that despite all of us being... And I think... at least speaking for myself, I was straight away on board with this whole Joyce and Hopper thing.
Yeah.
From season 1.
Yeah, you were.
I was like,
absolutely.
I already see it. I believe it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I really like that, even though we were quote unquote shipping it or whatever, I genuinely had so much love for Bob.
Yes.
Like, he didn't come in and be like the guy who's taking her away from Hopper and like that.
You genuinely like him.
You just genuinely love Bob because there's what's not to love. He's so, as we said, he's so good to her.
Yeah.
And that's what we want for her.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what we
you
need.
know how messed up Hopper is.
Yeah.
And maybe he might not be the best option for her,
But
because
right
she has
now.
right now. Yeah. So it is nice to see her with Bob. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we see
and as compared to what she has had in the prep.
Exactly.
Like in the past,
with Lonnie and all of them. Yeah.
And who knows even before that. But like, yeah. It's he's just so great. I just love it so much.
Okay, we need to talk about another big relationship here.
Do we?
Yes. Nancy and Steve?
Oh, Jesus. I have so much to say. I don't have enough time to say it. No, they handled this so badly. And not that it's the writing or anything. It's just like the actual situation of Nancy and Steve and all that. Because I hate seeing my baby boy, Steve, hurt, all right? Because when that man gets hurt, it's all in the eyes, okay? It's all in the eyes. He's so good, Joe Keery. I love him so much. And it so hurts. That whole bathroom scene. It absolutely hurts.
Hang on.
So anyway.
We get to see Nancy and Steve together.
Yes.
Right? They are boyfriend, girlfriend. They
pretty
are
much established.
Yeah, they're established. Yeah. They're going steady.
Yes.
As they the like kids say.
Yeah.
They're going steady. And we get to see Nancy's also friends with Jonathan.
Yeah.
And Steve's not
really
super happy about it.
No, I think he's fine.
Like, but he's okay with it.
Matter because it really is at the start very much
true. Actually, yeah,
friendship thing.
Yeah,
like when
she's like, changes.
When she's like, "You're coming to the party," and like all this.
True,
stuff.
it changes sort of after the party.
Yeah, it changes after.
Yeah,
the party,
because
very much.
So they go to a party and Nancy gets drunk because Nancy is obviously still thinking about Bob.
Yeah.
And she's still sort of
because
going.
Her and Steve had those regular visits with Bob's
parents. Yeah. And she notices that Bob's parents are selling their house so they can fund, I think, a detective or something to look for
Murray,
something.
basically. Yeah.
Look for her. And
that's another edition, Murray.
Well, Murray was in.
He was not in season 1.
Oh yeah, he wasn't in season
1. So there's
1.
Murray. We get Murray too.
Yeah, season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's very disturbed by that whole thing, which makes sense. You know, it's her friend, and she's not happy and satisfied with the answers.
Yeah.
And she's feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Really, and so she gets drunk, and she says some stuff to Steve, which is not very nice.
No.
Basically implying that she doesn't love him.
She says, "You're bullshit.
You're bullshit. You're bullshit. I
think it's bullshit." like we're in love, like we're partying. Let's party.
Yeah.
I mean, and he says, "Like we're in love. You don't love me.
You don't love me."
I swear to God, I think of The Simpsons, where it's literally like Ralph and the whole situation with Lisa, and Bart's like, "Look, Lisa, you can pinpoint the exact moment his heart rips in half." It's just, you can. Like we're in love. You don't love me. Oh my God.
It's so
every
funny.
single time it hurts.
It's so funny.
Every single time.
It's like those two scenes have the same energy.
Have the same energy. Yeah. But, okay, so here's the thing. Like, they could be so good. But the thing is, she's so taken over with this grief but because of Bob that she's kind of just projecting. And the thing is with Steve, I don't think he truly, like, he didn't experience the loss of Bob the way Nancy
he wasn't
did,
friends
right?
with Bob. He's just going to Bob's parents' house because
he can console Nancy and he can, do all that stuff.
But he doesn't understand what she's going through.
Understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't justify
Jonathan can.
Yeah, look. In that way, that whole thing makes sense. But it doesn't actually justify her actions at the end later. Because that scene outside the basketball court,
the next
day, where he tells her what happened, Jonathan took you home, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And he says, "Oh, I'm bullshit. Our whole relationship is bullshit. Yeah. Oh, you don't love me." And da, da, da. He's like, "You know what? I think you're bullshit." And he walks away. That's just a fight. That's not a breakup.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Right?
But she thinks it's a breakup.
So her and Jonathan then going on the road, going to find Murray, going to do all that stuff with the tapes and
the tension
all the stuff
is
and all the
increasing.
Tension. And then sleeping with him. No.
She cheated on Steve.
She basically cheated on Steve. Like, that was not a breakup. That was a break.
She's the Ross in the situation.
She's the Ross in the situation. And I hate to say that about Nancy, who I end up
loving Nancy. Yeah.
In season 4.
Same. I love Nancy.
I start to like her in season 3.
Yeah.
But in season 4, I love her. but this was not a good look.
Yeah.
This is
no, it's not good.
Look,
can I say one thing?
The thing is, we would do the exact same thing if it was someone else.
True.
If it was Steve in this situation.
But can I say one thing?
Do you get what I mean?
I agree. But at the same time, like, when we look at season 1 and we see Jonathan taking pictures of Nancy.
Yeah.
Through her bedroom. Through Steve's bedroom, and she's in her bra. That's horrible. That's a reprehensible thing to do, right? Yeah. But we excuse it because he's an idiot. He's a kid, right?
Yeah.
And he redeems himself later on. Fair enough, whatever. I think that grace can be given to Nancy as well. She's just a kid. It's her first relationship. She doesn't understand the cues, perhaps. She's thinking, of course, she cheats, definitely.
Yeah.
But in her mind, probably, she doesn't realize that it's over completely. At least that's what I think.
But the thing is, she's talking to Murray like, he's like, oh, we like Steve. She's like, yeah, we like Steve. He's like, but we don't love Steve. She's like, no, that's not true.
That's true. Yeah, she does actually.
There's actually no justification.
Yeah, there's no justification. No, I'm not justifying. I'm not justifying it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she's allowed to make a mistake.
No, of course, she is allowed to make a mistake.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look. So like with the boys, that was not a good look. With her, this is not the good look.
This is not a good look. So it's just, it gives a little bit of a background to Nancy where, you know, she's not perfect.
No, she's not.
And that's okay. But the whole situation is just...
It's a bit messy,
it's such a mess.
It's a bit messy.
And it will continue to be a mess because this whole Nancy, Jonathan, you know...
Love triangle,
which I do not give a shit about. Like, everybody's like, oh... Honestly, there's a lot of people who are like, if it comes down in season 5 to Steve being alive... and him having what he wants and having Nancy. And
no, I want him to be alive.
That's what keeps him alive. I want him to be alive.
I want him to be alive.
Like, if he has to end up with that, like, I don't actually care. But if him ending up with Nancy is what keeps him alive,
then I'll keep him alive.
Fine with it.
I'm fine
totally
with that.
Fine with
yes.
it. I really am. That's the only way I can justify it. But other than that, no, thank you.
I think, so I think we get, obviously, and so that's like the relationships.
Yeah.
But then we get deeper. Oh, no. And then we have another big relationship, which is Hopper and Elle.
Yes.
So we see Hopper and Elle are living in Hopper's, I think he says his grandfather's cabin.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Because he had destroyed his house because it had been bugged.
Yeah.
So he destroys that.
To get out of there.
Yeah. And so he moves into this place. He takes Elle there when he finds her in the woods, and he sets her up there, and you know, all of that. It's so cute. She's like sweeping the floor.
And of course, we got the dancing harp, which became such a sensation.
It was so cute.
It was just like, oh my god.
And we get to see Hopper in dad mode, which is really lovely. So
not handling it too well.
No, it's not. But he's got that moments of like sweetness, because don't forget, his daughter, when she died, she was very young.
Yeah.
She was still a baby. Yeah, he never got to that stage with with Sarah. So with Elle, this is like completely new territory. He has no clue what's going on.
No.
So he's not an experienced dad in that realm, that age. And not only is she, she's probably 12? 13? They're about 12, 13?
I think she's about 12. I don't think she's 13 yet.
That age, man, that's a chaotic age for these kids.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff going on. So not only is that happening, plus it's Elle, so she's not socialized, essentially. There's a lot happening, and Hopper is completely out of his depth.
Oh yeah.
And he can't get help from anyone because it's a secret. She's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's hidden her. So it's a really interesting little dynamic that they have there.
And you see them having their
fights.
Their epic fights with her, like, using her powers against him and everything. And him, like, just when he goes into yelling mode, I'm just like, oh my God. I actually get a little bit terrified. But it's just because, as you say, he's never had to deal with this.
Yeah.
So add that to the fact that she's a psychic child, which he has never dealt with in any situation. And it's just a recipe for disaster.
I also feel like he's a bit scared of her.
Yeah, of course
he does not know how she's going to react.
He doesn't know.
You know, she might blow this entire place up. She might kill him.
That's the problem. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
it's a great dynamic.
So he does have this little like there is a bit of a wall between them, always,
definitely,
especially in this season.
Yeah,
I would say it drops a hell of a lot in
it
season
drops
3,
yeah,
and then,
definitely,
of course, it's completely gone in season 4. But it's just a very interesting dynamic between them, and I love their scenes together because it just, and then we'll get to it in season 3, but like the emotion that comes from both of them, and
you see the start of that here.
And her, even in this, where she's like trying to find her mom, and she does find her, and she goes through all of that, and Hopper already had his side quest to find Terry in season 1, so her
that sort of continues,
her sort of putting the dots together that's happened, and he's lied and like all this stuff, and that reaffirming of their relationship at the end.
At the end, that was really lovely.
Okay, we leave all that in the past. We move forward. Is just, it's fantastic, because she's had a little side quest. She's got some new clothes. He's like, what's going on here? She's like, bitchin'. Yeah, bitchin'.
Bitchin'.
It's so good.
She's got some eyeliner.
She's got some dark clothes on. It's so good.
I think it's so good. And then of course we get to see like other dynamics as well. We get to see Steve become
my favorite dynamic, which just continues to grow and grow and grow. Steve and Dustin. Steve and Dustin.
And the rest of the kids as well. And the rest
of the kids, sure. But like Steve and Dustin. Yes. That's what starts it, right? Yes. Because there's the whole thing of Dustin goes to the Wheeler's house.
Yeah.
And he's trying to find Nancy and Mike.
Yep.
And there's just a useless Ted is just like, our children don't live here anymore. And he's like, wow, you son of a bitch, you're really useless.
He's oh my God, that was so funny.
And then Steve's coming like to apologize to Nancy. And he literally yanks the bouquet out of his hand, tells him there are bigger problems than your love life. And that is what starts the epic friendship that is Dustin Henderson.
The bromance.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's
They're
so good.
Like with the, them doing this whole Stand By Me on the train tracks, and him telling him how to do his hair, and like
it's so good.
Just everything, and then like the whole horde of kids coming in.
And Steve becoming basically mom.
Basically mom Steve. This is where we started the whole Mom Steve meme, and it's just fantastic.
And we get now when you retrospectively look at it, Steve has become the protector, very much so. And this is the start of it.
Yeah.
This is the start of it. I mean, I would say season 1 is the start of it, where he decides to turn from his car and goes and grabs the baseball bat.
But that's more
defense, and
it's a call to action, right?
True, but at the same time, he is looking at it and going, Nancy's in there.
Yeah.
It's a protective instinct that he has. He's like, I have to go and help, right? Yeah. But in this, there's no Nancy there. Yeah. He's not doing it for anyone.
Yeah.
He's got these kids on his hand.
Yeah.
That he doesn't really want.
Yeah. Doesn't even really like
He doesn't even know who they are. How come this random girl is helping
me? Please. Hey, dickheads. How come the only one helping me out is this random girl? My favorite line of the whole season.
He doesn't even know who they are.
So good.
But just by definition of the fact that he's the adult there, I mean, even though he's not an adult, he's protecting them. He could have just run off.
Does everybody understand that? I said, does everybody understand that with the rag on his head?
Right?
Like, it's so good.
Like, he could have just run off. He could have been like, this is not my fight. I'm out.
Yeah, like, he could have put his foot down and be like, I'm going to go with Nancy and Jonathan to wherever the hell they're going.
Exactly.
But no, he stays back at the house to look out for
He looks out for the kids.
Because as he says, I was a pretty shitty boyfriend, but turns out I'm a pretty damn good babysitter.
So he realizes that this, and I really like that little line, because of it kind of like, as I said, it's like that protective instinct, you know, like it sort of kind of tunes it, and then we see that further in like season 3 and season 4, and I really hope we're going to see that in season 5.
Of course we're going to see it in season 5.
I'm so nervous about it.
Yeah.
And my prediction is that he doesn't die and he becomes the chief of police.
Yeah. Like Hopper, because this,
like Hopper.
As I say, he's a young Hopper. He's the protector.
He's the protector.
The one that everybody goes to you know, keep everybody safe.
I see Steve that way. You see Steve that way.
Steve
what is
that
the consensus like outside of?
I mean, I don't really know because I don't tend to go. I
should join the subreddit
into subreddits and things where other Stranger Things fans are, because I mean this with love, you guys. I mean.
I mean, look, I'm in other subreddits for different shows. I haven't joined the Stranger Things
can
one.
Be really
Dude,
mean.
fans for every show can be
mean. Stranger Things fans really can be really bad. But
I'm sorry, I've been in a few Bridgerton ones, and people are
the Bridgerton
mean.
fandom. The Bridgerton fandom is
psychotic.
And I mean it with love. I come from the land of fandoms. I'm a supernatural fandom
that has had its psychotic moments.
Alumni who has had its psychotic moments. But at the end of the day, we all be like, oh, that wasn't that hilarious. And then we'd all just like, trot off into the woods to kill a demon. But anyway, no, it's just, I mean it with love. I really, really do. But Stranger Things, guys,
they can be a bit mean. Okay.
We need to chill out.
So I am going to join the subreddit just to kind of get a few ideas.
Yes, Steve he's a protector. He is the one that keeps people safe. Hopper is like that too. And I just see them so similar to each other. And it's so weird that they haven't had a scene together, like just them. And I really hope we get one in season 5.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I just love them. I love him. I love Steve.
So moving along with the story, we get Will, who's been now possessed, and we sort of move into like 2 very distinct stories.
Yes. It
so
really
we get
separates.
To see, it separates. We get, the kids and Hopper and Steve and all of them in that one story.
Yeah.
That's pretty much linear. And then we
the
get
finale. It kind of has to go.
And then we get Elle on her separate side quest. And this is where we run into that. I don't like it. You don't like it. The fact that Elle is so separated from everybody.
I mean, you understand it, but it is also like, I think it really lacked. It was a very much, I know we had to find out like information, but we had to really confirm that she is in fact Terry's daughter.
Yeah.
But it just felt like very rehashed of that scene with Hopper.
The only benefit I see to that, is the fact that they are sort of without her.
Yeah.
They are relying on their own strength. They are relying on their own bodies and minds to defend themselves and to do all of that. They don't have Elle's supernatural abilities to just like whack these demogorgons left, right, and center.
Yeah, which is kind of how it is now. And it's like, okay, well, she can't do everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why even in season 5, I'm like, I hope, some of the responsibility of things goes to Will as well, because he can't just be touching his neck all the time.
Exactly.
But we'll get into that. That in season 3.
Anyway, so the main story, we're going to focus on that. Let's not focus on the Elle stuff, because to be very fair, apart from the mother thing, there isn't really that much.
We should, the elephant in the room is that there is that episode where she goes
meets other kids.
Yeah. Which has not been received well since its original air,
What's been the main criticism for that?
That it just offers nothing.
I agree.
From confirming that Brenna's still alive after he got attacked.
We technically didn't watch that episode in this round. And it took nothing away.
I never really rewatched it ever.
I've rewatched it like in
Maybe
the previous ones.
I've rewatched it.
Yeah. But we missed it this time, and it didn't. We didn't lose anything.
It literally, all it does is give it a break between episode 7 and episode 9.
Yeah, because it picks up at the same time.
It doesn't make sense for that. Sorry, episode 7 and episode. No, that is episode 7. A break between episode 6 and episode 8.
Episode 8, yeah.
Which is like the hospital and poor Bob dying and everything, and then suddenly we're in this episode. Yeah, and it's like it just doesn't make sense for us to completely go out of where we were, considering we were in such a high
my gosh, yes, that traumatic death
moment. But yeah, so
let's follow Will,
right,
for the purpose of this podcast episode. So if Will gets possessed, and we get to know little things. He says, the
now memories,
and all of that, so he can distinguish between what's happening now and what are his memories of when he was in the Upside Down. We get a bit of an idea of whatever this thing is in his body, how it reacts. Will is slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
And this thing is taking over.
Taking shape, yeah.
And one of the things that happens is that it doesn't like the heat. It prefers to be cold. So Will's very much, sitting in the cold and all that.
Yeah.
But then this is where we get to see the visualization of stuff.
Yeah.
And he draws the mind flayer essentially.
Well,
but it's actually a map. Sorry, not mind flayer.
It's
yeah.
a map of Hawkins, and it just looks like shapes.
Yeah.
But then
Bob comes.
Joyce is like, no, it's something's happening.
Yeah,
so
and they tape it up.
Yeah. And they're like, what is this? So then they bring in Bob.
This is when they actually explain to Bob what's happening.
Explain to Bob.
Well, actually, no, they don't even explain anything.
Exactly, barely even. She's like, you can't ask questions. You just have to figure out where this spot is. Because by now, Jim has gone missing.
Yes.
And they need to find him. But he's just like, this is Lover's Lake. And this is river whatever.
Yeah, so they figure out it's a map.
And he's like, it's a map. It's a map of Hawkins. He's just so excited to be included. So yeah, and then they basically have to find Hop. But it's like the whole lights situation in season 1.
Yes.
Again, iconography of
the visual
of the whole house being taped up with this huge vines. They're basically vines, like how we see in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And it's a map of Hawkins.
Yeah.
So it's just one of many ways. And the thing is, what I love about Joyce and Will in that is that she's been trying to get him to talk about what's going on, and he doesn't know how to explain.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He's like, he says things, but he's like, I don't even know if that's
makes sense.
Like, it's just a feeling. I don't know how to explain it. And she says, okay, what if you don't have to say it?
Just draw it. Yeah.
So she knows his strength is his drawing, because she looks up the thing and the wise and all that stuff. That the wizard drawing that he's done.
Yeah.
She's like, just draw it. And so she knows him so well.
Yeah, and we get to see once again that Will is Joyce's kid, because Joyce is the one that puts things together, and she's the one who's like, these are not just random scratchings. This is actually something.
Yeah.
And she puts it out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she calls in help and, figured out it's a map.
Yeah.
But she's the only one that recognizes that.
Yeah.
And we really see that connection, and I love it. But of course, that happens, and then Hopper is sort of in trouble because he has fallen through.
Yeah.
And he's like in these like series of tunnels that is like underneath Hawkins, essentially, where all the Demogorgons are running around, basically.
Yeah.
Because we had one initially, and now we have several.
Because what was that initially? It was just a little slug
that popped out of Will.
That Dustin adopted and called it D'Artagnan.
He was very cute.
And then it became a Demogorgon.
And so then, of course, because the cracks are opening, more and more are coming out.
Yeah.
And the crack is essentially in the hospital.
Yeah.
So that's the concentration of it. And that's where we get, and then, of course, they take Will to the hospital because the doctor's going to help him.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure it out.
After they've done the burn and he starts to basically
that
convulse.
Scene.
I can't. Oh. And this is where I need to give props where, like, look, no schnapp, bit of controversial, but I just think this season does not work if he is not good, and he is so good in this season.
Yes, I agree.
He is so good. Like, this season could have really been so lackluster.
Yeah.
But what keeps it going and keeps the momentum going is him.
Yeah.
And his range. Like, oh my God.
I agree.
It's insane.
I agree.
That scene of him convulsing on the floor, I can't watch it. I can never watch it. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
Like, I just have to turn away. Like, it's horrific.
Because at this point, he's possessed with whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the vines are being burnt.
So
and
it's burning him inside.
It's burning him inside, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's when they take him to the hospital.
And that's when we get, like, our first big action piece, basically.
Yeah. And they figure out, because they get a piece of the vine and they burn it, and he reacts. they figure out
this thing
that there's a connection.
That's basically in him. Yeah.
It's a virus. It's in him.
Yeah.
And then we get that big action scene where everyone's trying to run out. The Demogorgons come out and they're attacking, and we lose Bob.
Yes.
In a very,
but not
very...
before he really, showcases his Bob skills.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, where he's like, you need to access basic to open the doors, and Jim's like, teach it to me, and he's like, should I teach you French, Jim? How about a little German? It's so good. But like him really taking that initiative to go down to the basement where there could be anything to get him, and he goes down there and he does it. Yeah. And then he leaves the gun behind. But anyway.
I know, that's so sad. I don't think that gun would have helped him anyway.
That gun would have helped him, but like, again, to add just like, because he is so important to the whole hospital set piece, and it's Dr. Sam Owens, Paul Reiser's character. I just loved him coming in, because at the start of this whole season, he's been very much like, it's just the anniversary effect, what he's feeling, it's like PTSD, it'll go away, you just have to like, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, like all this stuff. But as this is happening to Will in the hospital in this episode, I think it's episode 6. He's really looking at the other doctors being like, what are we going to do to save this kid? And they're all just like, well, if he dies, he dies. He's like, well, that's not an option for me. That's not an option. I'm going to go try and figure this out. So he really comes over to their side.
And that's when, you realize, okay, he's not a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
Or at least he's not as bad as everybody else.
As we've been like led to believe.
Because he's been shady this whole time. We don't really know who he is. We don't really know.
He gives like non-answers. He gives like really just...
he is working with whoever the covert people are.
Because he keeps saying that those guys are gone, like Brenner and everything. It's just us now. And... we know that's not true. But it's just and then just seeing him like leading Bob through everything before we lose Bob.
And also saying, okay, I'll be fine here. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, you guys go. I can.
Where everyone is dying around him.
Everyone is gone. So I just really liked the addition of him, that we establish him as like, not sure about what's wrong with him. But by episode 6, we can trust him, I think. Yeah. That, he's not someone that he will always be on the side of like,
he has a conscience.
He has a conscience. Yes. Let's find out what's going on. Let's figure it out. That's his.
Yeah. He has a conscience.
So I just, he's a great addition. And that whole scene with him and Bob and
that was a good,
like leading him through the hallways is just the tension of that scene. It just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling until it finally snaps when the broom falls. Oh my God. Till this day, every time I watch it, I get this like beating, like my heart starts beating every time. It's so good. And I agree. Losing Bob.
Oh, it's so traumatic to see that. Oh, it was
Joyce,
awful.
Like screaming and oh God, it's just awful.
It's awful.
It's so bad.
Anyway, so then the next episode we skip. Yeah. And then we get to...
then it's basically our 2-part finale, basically, because... they're figuring, like, they have to take Will out of the hospital. Yeah. And then how do we get through that barrier of, like, who this person is?
Before that, we have an epic fight between Billy and Steve.
No, that's after.
Is it after?
Yeah.
I thought it was before.
Girl, I've watched this more than you. I know.
I thought it was...
No. The whole thing with the...
oh, yeah, because then they have to go
they put him in the shed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No.
You are so confused.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, no, I got it now. Yeah. I got it. I don't know why I was thinking,
So, I got it. It's basically a 2-part finale in that, we have to figure out how to get Will out from behind this mind flayer, this person who's talking to us right now. And again, we go through like the memories of Will's past, like meeting Mike for the first time in kindergarten.
And actually telling them.
And telling the stories, like Mike telling that story. And then, Joyce being like, I took this drawing to work and like told everyone that my son drew this. Yeah. Like, trying to draw him out from where he is. And like, you know, Jonathan telling the Legos,
Yeah.
like putting the Legos up their nose and like all this stuff and like bringing in the music.
Yeah.
And as he's doing this, like Will tapping on the side.
Yes,
like,
with the Morse code,
like,
yeah.
You know, like Morse code.
Because the
and
scary part
then
is
figuring
that
it
they're
out.
losing Will.
Yeah.
And that's the scary bit is like, because Will kind of goes, who are you? I don't remember you.
This is kind of the first time that everyone,
Yes.
all of our characters
Are
together,
together,
in
yeah.
the house, in the Byers' house.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yep.
I love that everybody's together. And I swear to God, we have to get more scenes like that.
Yes.
In season. Because at the end of season 3, we get it a little bit in the mall, but
Yeah,
again, they all separate.
again,
And
yeah.
then in season 4, it's just the end.
Just the ending after the
ending.
action, yeah.
You know, after everything happens. So in season 5, we have to get everybody in the same room, please.
I
At the
agree.
same time.
This ending was so good. Like, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, of course. We get the, you know, the big scene.
Yeah.
And then we get the fight between Steve and
Billy,
which
Yeah.
I absolutely love because Max shows who she is.
he is, yeah.
Um,
Say you understand.
but you also, before that, we get to see, because Billy basically comes looking for Max.
Yeah.
Because Billy's getting ready for a date and his dad comes.
Can we
And
not talk about
yeah,
Neil
no, but it
Hargrove?
gives you an insight
Yeah.
into who Billy is. And that scene is so important, I think.
Yeah, to
Because if
Billy,
we
at
did
least,
not
yeah.
have that scene, we wouldn't understand who Billy is.
Yeah.
And we see how abusive his father is. He is
hate Neil
awful.
Hargrove.
He is
He's so
awful.
bad.
He is absolutely awful to
Yeah.
his son. He's horrible.
Awful to his son, probably horrible to Max, probably
Probably.
horrible to his wife, Max's
Yeah.
mother,
Yeah.
because you don't just
Abuse one
abuse
person.
one person.
Yeah.
He used to abuse his ex-wife,
Exactly.
Billy's real mom.
He's just an abusive guy. He's awful. He
he's
terrorizes his family.
Yeah.
And Billy is basically growing up in that environment, so he is like him,
Yeah.
right? But Billy is 17 years old,
Yeah.
I think. I don't think
At
he's
this
18
point,
yet. Yeah,
yeah.
at this point. So he's a child still.
I think he's graduated in season 3, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still a kid. Even if he's 18, he's
Yeah.
just turned 18,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yes, horrible the way he treats Max and the way he is with everyone. He's racist. He's awful.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the fact that Max is hanging out with Lucas. But you know what I got a sense this time? I got a sense that, yeah, of course, you know, Lucas is black, so you shouldn't be hanging. But I feel like it's more like, do not make sure it doesn't happen in front of the dad.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of more...
I think it's more that thing of like, don't go near him because
Yeah.
you know what he says.
You know what's gonna
You know what's
happen.
gonna happen. So I don't even think it's an implication from him. It's an implication of what the dad might
what
do.
the dad might do,
if
what the
he sees
consequences
them
are.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time I felt that.
I felt that this time.
I
too,
could be
yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
but I felt that. I mean, of course, he's probably a bit racist as well himself, but
yeah, he is.
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Of like, do not hang out with this kid because
Yeah.
you don't want the consequences. And of course, he's just not great at
yeah.
saying that to her. He's awful to her.
Yeah.
So he comes looking for her, and that's where they have the big fight. Steve basically beats Steve up.
Jesus, I know.
And Max then basically drugs him with
Yeah.
whatever sedative or something
Yeah, that they've been using for Will.
they've been using for Will. And
Yeah.
she manages to subdue him. And I'm like, oh my God.
Not if you understand.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Like,
you understand. It's
so good.
I understand.
and then,
so
of
good.
course, we get the big
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah, because like at this point they can't draw Will out. So
Yeah.
Joyce is like, we're gonna have to burn it out of him.
Yeah.
Which is another harrowing scene. This whole season is just really hard on
Oh,
Will.
man.
So that is why in season 3 I understand why they went the way they went. But
Yeah.
like it's just a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
lot.
That scene where Joyce goes, make it hotter. Like,
she's turning up the heaters.
oh my goodness. The
Nah.
strength that this woman has is
Yeah.
like, her child is suffering in front
And
of
Jonathan
her.
is literally like, Mom, you're killing him. And she's like, no, I'm getting this thing out of
Yeah.
him. If he dies in the process, okay, fine, but he dies human.
Because he'll die
You know?
anyway.
Yeah.
He's gone anyway.
Yeah.
So this is one last ditch effort
Yeah.
to save this kid.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, like, you don't know how to feel about it because you're
Yeah.
like, this is really extreme.
Yeah.
It's very much like, you know, you hear horror stories of things happening in real life where parents have deludedly thought their kids have been possessed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And things have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So you kind of look at that and go, oh my God.
Oh, geez,
I mean, obviously in the context of the show, we know what's happening.
But it is that you get a little bit jarred. You're like, why, like, what? He's just a child.
And then when Nancy as well grabs the poker and shoves it in, I'm like, oh my God.
Against him, to get it out.
Oh, jeez, it's so good.
It's a lot.
Anyway, so they managed to get it out.
Yeah.
And Will's back, which is so good.
Elle closes the gate
with
Hopper, and the kids are in
that scene.
Yeah,
where they're all standing there. I think Hopper goes, "Who knows how to use it?" I think he asked Jonathan first.
Yeah, you know how to use this?
The gun, like,
no.
But Nancy goes,
like, I do.
I can use it.
Yeah.
And she comes with the gun. Steve's with his
bat,
and Hopper's with his gun.
Yeah.
And they're all waiting, and then the sound comes, and they all turn at the same time.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
So
of course, that's before Elle closes the gate, but that's when Elle
comes.
Elle comes, and they're like, wait, what?
And that's the thing. Like, that whole thing has happened. This is the first time
she's with them.
This is the first time Mike's seeing her.
Yeah.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
I love how she walks past Max. She just like completely ignores
like,
Max.
Hi, I'm Max. And she's just like,
I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I'm a busy lady.
I'm busy. I got some stuff to do. I killed 2 demogorgons, so please. Yeah.
And then of course, you know, she goes with
the game.
She goes with
and
Hop,
the kids are in the you know, underground, and they lure the demogorgons away, and sorry, it's so funny because Dustin's screaming. He's like, "It went in my mouth! It went in my mouth!" Like shrieking at the top of his lungs.
It's so
but the
funny.
spores are going into his mouth. Just every time gets me. It's so, it went in my mouth. It's so good. But that's basically like the end of you know, the season. We get the whole sequence at the snowball. Which they're finally going to, and Elle has been finally allowed to leave the house.
She's not a prisoner anymore.
She's not a prisoner
well,
anymore.
why? Because Dr. Sam gives Hop her birth certificate,
her faked birth certificate,
and you know, an ID,
Jane Hopper on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you know, can she be let out for one night? And he's like, why? What's so special about one night? And it's the snowball.
Yeah.
Which Mike had had asked her out to. But it's so cute seeing all of them standing there, and like, you know, Will gets asked to dance.
That's
and
the cutest.
It's so adorable. And then Dustin being like by himself and just
he's
crying. Just, you know, as someone who got rejected often, I felt that in my heart a little too much. But he gets to dance with Nancy Wheeler, so that's a good look.
True.
But not before being dropped off to the dance by Steve.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Starting off their brotherly love. Let's be honest, they're brothers.
Their bromance.
Not even bromance, it's their brothers.
It's just they're just brothers,
they're brothers. You know, I love them so much. And he's like, you look great. Stop messing with your hair. You look
It's
amazing.
so cute. It's so sweet.
So good.
I think this season is, I mean, obviously season 1 is the best. It is so good. Because it establishes the world and everything. But I think season 2 is pretty good.
Season 2, I have, you know, a lot of people have negative feelings about it. But I don't think that I've ever really had those same feelings that other people have had. And even now,
what are some of the things that people said?
Look, I agree in terms of, like, you know, Elle being separated and all this stuff. But I think... And people are like, oh, the pacing is a bit off. But I think the only thing that really throws off the pacing
is that episode. Yeah.
So if you don't watch that episode...
It's not too bad.
Which a lot of people don't.
It's
not that bad.
My main criticism is the fact that Elle's not there the whole season with them. Yeah. I just think that whole side quest took too long.
Yeah.
The only benefit you get out of it is the fact that they're not using Elle for every single thing.
Yeah.
And they're using their own strength.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But there is no benefit to it.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we could have seen a lot more building of that relationship with the kids.
Yeah.
I feel like I think we got enough of her and Hopper.
Good stuff with her and Hopper. But maybe like...
Her and Joyce maybe a little bit more.
And Joyce. I mean, true, because they
just
only see each other
a little bit
at the
more,
end.
yeah.
So if we brought that whole thing forward, maybe it would have played differently.
Yeah.
But I just... Yeah, I love the dynamics of Joyce, Hopper, and Will, and them going for the appointments every week, and
it's almost like their little family
it's almost
already.
like a little family, and I know they had to sort of like put that to the wayside with him and Elle's relationship, but I hope it does sort of come back now that they are all five of them.
My other issue I didn't like is the fact that Hopper seems to, as we said, forget about Elle for a while.
For a while there.
It's like,
dude.
Do you not know that there's a child?
You tried to contact her on the radio, sure, but there's a lot of shit going on. You might want to go to the house.
Just check on her.
Just check that she's there.
Yeah.
And then freak out that she's not there, and then try to find her.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like
he didn't even know she was gone.
Yeah.
Like, she just miraculously shows up with like new makeup.
And she's like, a man in a truck. He's like, a man in a truck to see your mom. It's so like, wait, what? But the thing is, as he's saying that and processing that information, he's also sort of like, oh crap, I can't believe I did this.
Right?
Like, it's going on in his head.
Probably.
So I guess he sort of learned from that in season 3. But yeah, it's just there's a few things that I have gripes with. But I think overall, it's still a strong season because we get really good moments. We get good character development. We see them, go through the horrific thing with Will. And, it's only going to continue because we've got the mind flare just hovering above the whole...
Well, and also at the end, we see the flip.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like, with the dance.
He's there the whole time. Like, he is there.
Yeah, we see the flip of the upside down where we see the school and the mind flares up there. So clearly he hasn't left.
So he has not left. Like, once he is not inhabiting Will's body anymore, he is basically in the air. Yeah. As we will see.
With this season, like now that you've like watched it a few times, is there anything like we've been pointed out? We can see, Steve being the protector and all of that. Is there anything like, can you pinpoint anything for any other characters that we've already seen or we might see?
I think it really does continue for Joyce that she's the one constantly like putting these puzzles together. Like even in season 3, she's like, why do my magnets keep falling off my fridge? And she has to like figure it out. Like she goes to Scott Clark's house and she's like, what's going on? I need to know. And so like that's like her main concern for a second there. She's like, why is this happening? But and then again in season 4, like she's trying to figure out where Hopper is and all this stuff. So that her need to know what is happening in the moment and trying to figure it out is a constant trait of hers. Yeah. And I really love that about her. I think, I don't know. I feel like,
well, I guess I see
think
that
the
scene.
Boys are pretty much like the same.
Yeah. I see the bit with Joyce and rescuing Hop as a bit of a foreshadowing of her rescuing Hop in season 4, which I think is such a great little thing that you kind of go back to and go, oh yeah, she has done this before. Yeah, she's done it before. It was more localized, then now it's more international in season 4. Yeah. So
and
we
if
get
you're following along, be like, what are you guys talking about? You will find out in season 4.
But yeah, overall, I agree. It's a pretty decent season.
Yeah, you see the thread of like of Steve. You see the thread of Hop. I think you see the thread of Nancy and her coming into her own and taking charge of things. And
I think where that scene where they're all standing, when I was mentioning, Nancy goes, I know how to use the gun, and they're all standing, Nancy, Hop, and Steve, and they all turn. That's such an interesting little lineup because all 3 of them are really the ones that do the fighting.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
They are the ones that do the hands-on fighting.
Yeah.
So
at least in season 4.
In season 4, definitely. And so this is the first time we really see Nancy sort of stepping up that way and go, damn, this girl can handle a gun, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And we just see a different side to her.
Yeah. Because, like, when she's shooting the pistol with Jonathan in season 1, you're like, hold on, she's hitting the can.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What's going on here? Like, this just little preppy girl who's popular and everybody loves her. Like, there's something about her, you know? And, you know, she's talking about, like, her parents not being so perfect and, like, all this stuff. And then here, she's like, straight away, she's just like, yeah, I can handle a gun. Like, there's a confidence in her that's slowly coming out.
Yeah.
And you can see it. And then you see it in season 3. You see it in season 4. You see it very well in season 4, I think.
Yes, definitely.
I really love Nancy in season 4.
I love her in season 4.
Season 3, I'm still a bit like...
Season 3...
You see the threads of her. And
definitely.
Her
that development.
And her and her mom's relationship, which we will get into when we get to season 3. But,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun. This was a fun little recap.
Any things that stand out to you in terms of like favorite quotes or favorite outfit checks?
Ooh, outfits.
The outfits in this season, there's some really great ones.
I'm just trying to think. There was one outfit that I saw. Was it this season? Can't remember.
My favorite outfit, and it's the most iconic outfit, I think, is Steve in the grey jacket and the jeans and the sneakers.
Yes, that's a good outfit.
And I swear, him with the bat.
Yeah.
And that outfit and the sunglasses.
That's a good one.
Sorry.
That's a good one.
Like, it's so good. And then even when he doesn't have the sunglasses on and he's standing with it on his shoulder, like, I swear Joe Keery between, like, takes was practicing that pose because every turn... was so good.
I think my favorite moment, and it's not an outfit really, but it's kind of a costumey thing, the Ghostbusters
it's so
costume.
Good.
I think it was such a nice little moment to remind us that when this is taking place, it's so like, I don't say it's not meta, but you know, it's just a cute little reminder that this is the 80s. You know, these kids are watching movies.
No, and there's just so much like 80s stuff going on again with like the music. And, the clothes, the movies, the references, and like even like within like certain shots. Like there's one shot that I absolutely love, and it's Will. He's in one of his nightmares, and you know, in the Upside Down, and it's the house, but he opens the door and it's like this red sky, and it's a shot of him like standing in the door.
Yes,
is literally Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Like that is the exact shot that it is.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It had some poltergeist vibes as well. Every now and then,
the TV and like
it was really fun that way.
A lot of poltergeist.
I think probably one of my favorite scenes was well, not one scene, but the moments where Elle and Hopper fight.
Yeah.
Because not only are they sort of funny, they're also very heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they're both struggling. They both have no clue how to communicate with each other.
It's very new and
it's so new.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah, for both of them.
Yeah.
And they're both trying to regulate their emotions. Like Hopper with his voice and his body because he's huge.
He's trying not to.
He's trying not to be
comes
too
out anyway.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of scared of her.
Yeah.
She is trying to regulate her emotions but can't. So she reacts with things like slamming doors with her mind and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Isn't there a bit where she like literally drops the whole shelf?
Well, she blows the windows out and everything.
Windows out and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So it's just like, oh my gosh.
These are all like things that just add
I just loved it.
The special thing that is this show. And just it's just, again, like how I keep saying the iconography of this show. Like that's really important to the history of a show and the meaning for people to
one of the things I wanted to say was what hit me this time was with the whole Ellen and Hopper and also the Will situation was that the show didn't shy away from being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And let the audience be uncomfortable in those moments because those situations are both uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, with a new parental relationship.
Yeah.
it's not an ideal one.
No.
It's literally
she didn't choose him.
She didn't choose him and he didn't choose her, right?
Yeah.
So they're figuring that out. It's not the best.
Yeah.
And then the whole will situation, you know, with the whole basically exorcism thing happening.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so uncomfortable to watch it, but it allows you as the audience to sit in that
uncomfortability.
Yeah. And kind of go, but it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because the situation is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, it's science fiction and it's not real. And that kind of makes it a bit more palatable, obviously.
Yeah.
But it still is like really confronting. As you said, you know, the scene where he's convulsing on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all of this stuff, it wasn't sanitized.
No.
And I hope that it had no long-term effects on anybody while filming and all of that stuff, because that can be quite harrowing.
Be really harrowing.
So I don't know any behind the scenes stuff that, and it hasn't really come out. So, you know, and in this day and age, people are still a bit more careful with kids and stuff like that. So, you know,
and for what we know, the protocols of the show, they handled stuff with the kids pretty well.
Well, they kind of have to, I guess, because these kids have been so young.
Kids are so young. They're under a big umbrella of Netflix. If they don't follow the protocols,
there's a lot of visibility.
There's a lot that can come out and be really bad for them. So I think they've handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
But
and if they haven't, we'll hear about it at some point.
We'll hear about it when the show ends, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, just there's so much good stuff, and I'm just really excited to like keep talking about the show. And yeah. Season 3 coming up. Oh, we love season 3. I just have so many good memories of like watching season 3.
Is a lot of fun. Yes.
Yeah, just like memories of season 3 and like.
I feel like as deep and dark as season 2 is, season 3 is a lot more lighter and fun. I mean, it does have its dark moments,
dark stuff, but
it is a little bit tonally more light.
Yeah, it is that thing of like season 1 was very much like, you know, the poltergeist of it all and all this stuff, and then season 2 was very much like exorcism movies and like, you know, big 80s horror, like you know, body horror.
Season 3 is going to be
season
spy and Cold War. We got the Russians coming in.
It's action adventure.
Yes.
It's your big summer blockbuster, and it came out in the summer too. Don't forget, it all dropped on, I think it was July 3rd.
I think 4th. So, yeah.
It was July, I remember that. But oh my god, what a time that was! I miss it very much. Yep.
Anyway, so please follow us on our socials. If you liked this, please give us, you know, a share, and we're gonna come on to YouTube soon.
Yes.
We're gonna put all of our episodes on YouTube as well, and then we'll hopefully keep updating on YouTube as well. So if that's your preferred way of listening. Please follow us. Please share with your friends if you like our podcast and you think that other people like it as well. Please share it with the others. Leave us a review on whichever podcast platform you use. At the moment, we are definitely on Apple and Spotify. We're trying to get on all the other ones as well.
Yeah. So that we can actually be like, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
Exactly. Yes. So please do that, and we will talk to you next time.